All right, guys, we're going to get started here. Thank you so much for joining us today. Today's webinar, as you can see on the screen here, is going to be on what's stopping your guest from booking. So we're looking at the online experience or the online journey of your guests or potential guests, prospects, if you will. So we'll go through this today, and hopefully you guys get a lot of good takeaways from it. A little bit about me. My name is Josh Wise. My role here at RezStream is the VP of Customer Success. So my job is to make sure that our staff, our teams are taking good care of clients, and if anybody needs any additional help, some additional love, if you will, that's kind of what my role is here. I've been here for roughly 8 years now at RezStream, so a nice, good run here. Absolutely love the company and the culture and what it is that we do and believe in here, which is helping small independent lodging properties. You see over here on the right-hand side, this is my 6-year-old daughter. Her name is Ashlyn. I was going through some pictures of me, and I ran across this one, and I thought it was absolutely hilarious. So, you know, having a child is extremely rewarding, especially when you can put fake mustaches on them and laugh and laugh and laugh. So that's a little bit about me. Okay, as far as what we're going to be covering here today, guys, as it relates to that journey, that online buying journey, and what's preventing guests from booking, we're going to cover a little bit about the website experience that your guests go through and some tips there to help ensure that it's a smooth, efficient, user-friendly process. So that'll be the first half of the presentation. The second half here is going to be related to the booking engine experience, which is very, very important. I see a lot of small properties ignoring this. They think their vendor maybe just takes care of all this, and they're not necessarily scrutinizing every step of that process to make sure it's a great experience. So we'll go through that today as well. Okay, before I kind of dive in here, I've got a poll question that I want to ask you guys. And let me just go ahead and launch this poll question out. So within the program here, you should be seeing this poll question for you to answer. And basically what I want to know is how many of you think that your website is modern for today's day and age, 2016? So what I mean by that is it visually appealing? Is it user-friendly? Do you think your website is modern? So go ahead and answer that. So yes it is, no it's not, I'm not really sure, that's why I'm here, so I need to learn a little bit more, and then I'm going to ask this same question a little bit later. So go ahead and fill that for me here, and I'll close it down in about 20 seconds. Okay, so here's the results. So 70% of you are saying yes, it sure is. It sure is modern based on my opinion. 10% are saying no, it's not. I know it needs some work. I know that, so that's why I'm here. And then 20% of you are saying, hey, I'm not too sure. Let's see what we can learn today. So I appreciate that. So let me go ahead and hide that, and we should come back to the slide now. As you guys go through this presentation, if you have questions within the GoToMeeting app there that should be on your screen that you can minimize or expand, go ahead and fire off questions here, and we'll try and cover as many as we can at the end, as well as those questions get tracked so we can follow up separately and make sure you get some answers here. So as it relates to website usability, okay, I'm going to go through some stats here that I want you guys to pay attention to. According to ChartBeat's research, 55% of website visitors spend fewer than 15 seconds actively on a page. So what this is saying here is that once they see that look of that website, initially, about 55% of them are only spending 15 seconds and then they're moving on. So this is speaking to the look, the visual appeal of that website, right? According to Adobe, 38% of people will stop engaging with the website if the layout is unattractive. So this speaks volumes to the look and the feel of the website. It needs to be visually appealing. It needs to be attractive for the users in the modern day and age of 2016. According to co-marketing, 44% of visitors are going to leave a website if there is no contact information, aka a phone number, present and readily available in their face. So we'll talk a little bit about this. What this means, guys, is we're using our website as a business tool. The purpose of that tool is to build trust with your brand, is to help the guest or the visitor understand the experience they're going to get with your property, and ultimately the action that we want them to take is make a reservation, whether that's booking online or picking up the phone and calling us. So one of the things that I see pretty frequently on people's websites is we make it difficult to find the phone number. So I encourage you guys to put that in the header at the top of every single page or the footer at the bottom of every single page. I don't know about you, but when I have issues with my Comcast TV service or internet service and I navigate to their website and I got to click through to 17 screens just to get a phone number, it makes me really grumpy by the time I pick up the phone and call and talk to an agent. So let's not be making those same mistakes. Okay, now I want to show you some examples here. Okay, I want to show you some examples of a website experience that is not that appealing. Now my goal here today is not to hurt people's feelings. This is not personal, this is business. We're trying to educate and share our experiences together to get better at what it is that we do in the lodging industry. So I've done my best to hide names in the rare event that someone is a part of this webinar whose website example I'm using. So as it relates to this particular website, in my opinion, it hurts my head here a little bit. It actually does the opposite of calm me down and make me think of a good experience. And the reason why I say that is the actual website here doesn't even fill out my screen. I've got a 23-inch monitor, and I see as much of this stuff out here as I do of the actual website design itself. Me personally, I'm feeling trapped inside of a box, right? These are the things that are initially going through my head. Back to the statistics. 55% are spending 15%. If they're not seeing something visually appealing, 38% are leaving. I'm doing the same thing on this website. So let's not try and get too cute. Let's have big picture windows here. Now they did do a good job of having calls to action and phone numbers up here, which I appreciate, but let's make sure the websites are fitting the size of monitors that people are using, and we're not doing anything that's, distracting them from experiencing your website, okay? So this one doesn't pass the grade in my opinion. Now, this website actually has a nice big picture window that does engage me visually. However, they've missed out on a couple things that I want to point out and make sure that you guys aren't doing. The first thing is what are we doing with the logo here, okay? Are we getting so cute that it's becoming annoying in essence? For that logo, it's distracting my attention away from the experience that the property is. So let's not get tacky with our logos. Let's make them visually appealing, right? The next thing that I want to point out here is in the upper right-hand corner in this header, there's a bunch of white space. Well, what's a good thing that we can put here? How about a phone number? We learned earlier that something like 44% of people, if they can't easily find a phone number, they're moving on. So this is a great portion of real estate that people are paying attention to that needs to be standard on every single page of your website, right? I shouldn't have to drill in multiple levels to contact pages to get your contact information. Let me call you, please. I have questions. I'm ready to book. The next thing that I want to point out here that I see often, way too frequently, is I'm seeing the home button being the first button in our navigation, right? This is the navigation that needs to be on every single page of the website. These are the sections of our website. The majority of the users visiting your website are going to start on the home page, okay? We need to order our navigation based on things that make us money. If the majority of people that visit your website start on the home page, this prime real estate should not be the word home. I'm already there, okay? So I don't want to see people making those mistakes on their website. We're literally wasting valuable space. Let's order our navigation based on things that make us money, okay? In today's day and age, browser users, website users, internet users are very familiar by clicking on the logo, we go back to the home page. if you feel it's very important for your demographic of users to have a home button, put it at the end. Put it at the end of the navigation. Don't put it in your prime real estate. Let's focus those things on things that make us money, okay? This helps the buyer's journey experience. This helps them navigate through that buying cycle. Let's not distract them or make it cumbersome for them, okay? Okay, moving on. This next website here, here's my opinion, okay? I'm 35 years old. I'm married. I have a child. I like to think that I'm a demographic that appeals to bed and breakfast and hotels and vacation rentals. If I see this website, I come across this website in my buying cycle, here's the first thing that pops into my head. I'm thinking, if this property has a website from, call it 2001, and they're not willing to invest in their brand, in their website, their main marketing tool, imagine what the rest of the property is going to look like. Now, that may seem a little bit blunt to some of you, but I guarantee you what I just said is nowhere near as harsh as what actual visitors that are going to be making purchase decisions are doing. They don't understand that resources may be limited, or time or knowledge is limited, or you're wearing multiple hats, or the budget just isn't there. They don't care about all the problems that you're facing day to day. They care about that experience, and there are some very affordable website options out there, guys, to get this. So let's stop relying on our friends, our cousins, the local guy in our area, and let's go out and let's seek professionals that build visually, aesthetically appealing websites specifically for the lodging industry. That's very important. Now, moving on to this website. In my opinion, these particular colors on this website are not very appealing. Again, we're looking at a framed website where the website does not meet the size of my screen, which tells me it's not responsive, it's not mobile friendly. We've got a big background color here that's filling up as much of the screen as the actual website itself. Notice how their navigation, although vertical here, which is fine, starts with the home button. I'm already on the home page. The majority of people are on the home page. We already beat that one home. Let's not do that, right? So this particular website's breaking several rules. Let's try and avoid that. Let's make sure it's not framed in. Let's make sure this background color doesn't take up the majority of the space. Let's not start our navigation with the home button. Let's make sure we have big visual pictures that are going to engage the people in experience. With the usage of text messaging, cell phones, apps, and all of these things, today's consumers' attention spans are very short, okay? So we need to make sure that right out of the gates, they're visually appealing. And back to those statistics about 15 seconds and 38%, we need to engage them, and we have a very small window to do so. Websites that look like this are just not cutting it, okay? Now, this particular example is a website that I would say is cutting it, is modern in today's day and age. If you look at this website, it fills out the entire screen. So this tells me it's responsive. It fills out the screen, whether I have a 19-inch monitor, 23 or larger, whether I'm on a tablet or a mobile device, it's a responsive website because it's filling out the screen. It's providing a good user experience on the device I'm coming to your website on. We have a nice professional logo, okay? We don't have any gaudy, tacky graphics or icons or anything like that. We have calls to action in a relevant place. We have a phone number that's easy to get to, okay? This website is very visually appealing. I am engaged. I am going to continue that buying cycle, right? Now, the reason why I use this example as well is although they're taking up prime real estate, they have a little icon for a home button. So if you guys think that's important and you want the home button to be at the beginning of your navigation, that's fine. They've done something creative that isn't distracting, and it looks like I'm still focusing on my rooms, okay? So here's a nice little workaround if you have to have it and you don't want to put it at the end. So this is a good example. Like the big pictures, like the logo, like the phone number, clean and professional. Now, if y'all aren't sure if your website is modern or visually appealing, call me. I'm going to put my number at the end. I'm not going to give you the whole used car salesman approach. That's not what I do. I'll give you advice, consultation based on experience and statistics. Okay? Okay, moving on. I want to talk a little bit about the navigation and go a little bit into this in more depth. Now, over on the left-hand side, you're seeing what I call a horizontal navigation, left to right, okay? On the right-hand side, you're seeing vertical, up and down navigation. There are no statistics that I have that say one works better than the other, and we've been tracking these things for 10 years. So whichever one is your personal preference or your website designer's personal preference, it's okay. That's not what I want you to focus on, okay? We're going to go through some good examples of these things so we can get a better idea. So let's do that. So what to do, these are do's. Let's do these things, okay? In example 1 here, notice how the very first thing on the left is accommodations, and then packages, meetings, weddings, and so on, okay? They have about 7 total sections on their website, which is a really good number that I would shoot for. 7 or less is really appealing. It's not too overwhelming for people, okay? Again, in general, we all read top to bottom, left to right, right? Whether it's a website, a text message, a newspaper, a magazine, whatever, that's how we read, top to bottom, left to right. So let's take advantage of what we refer to as prime real estate, and let's start ordering our navigation based on the items that make us money. I would assume for this property, the rooms make them the most money, then packages, then groups, meetings, weddings, and so on, right? Notice how they have the home button at the end. This is a perfect example of a navigation. This second one here, they have six different sections within their websites. Notice they have drop-downs of things that fit within those sections. Let's not overwhelm people with more than 7, 8 options. I would shoot for 7 or less personally based on statistics I've seen. I don't want to see 10 or 12. It becomes cumbersome or overwhelming, right? Now, notice their order here. Rooms, weddings and events, specials, spa, and so on, right? Under this in category, this particular website is talking about the history. Let's not start with the history at the beginning of our navigation, right? If people want to learn about the history of your property or you as innkeepers and the story, they will navigate through the website and find that. Let's make sure the things that make us the most money are relevant in people's faces in our navigation on every single page of our website, okay? Now, as it relates to this third example, this is a vertical example here. And now I want you to notice how the rooms aren't first here. They're third, but they do have a call to action, which is make a reservation, which is exactly what the purpose of our website is. So that is okay. And then they jump into packages, and then they jump into rooms and dinings. Now, maybe this particular property, maybe they do inclusive packages where you get a package that ties to the room, and that's why they order their navigation with packages, right? These guys have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They've got 9, right? So it's not as clean as the 6, not as clean as the 7. There's more options. So let's start looking for ways to consolidate the sections within our website. Can afternoon tea come down into events and entertainment? Can meetings and weddings and celebrations be combined into one section? Okay, those are the types of things that I want you to start paying attention to. These are the things that your guests, your visitors are looking at. We do not want to overwhelm them. We want to create trust in our brand. We want to help them understand the experience and the product offering that we have and the value, and then we want them to take the action of making the reservation either online or by calling us. Let's not distract them with a bunch of stuff that isn't as relevant to them. If they want to find it, they will, guys. Trust me on that. Let's make sure that we're giving them what it is that they're seeking, which is lodging accommodations for the majority of you. Okay, now let's move on to some don'ts. So what are some don'ts, Josh? Help me understand what we should not be doing, okay? This first example here, it starts with our hotel. The very first page and section within this website that I've navigated to, I'm a user, I've gone to the search engines, I've looked up accommodations in your particular city or town, I make my way to your website out of all the hundreds of options out there. I'm now on your website, and the very first thing that you present me with is our hotel policies. Are we trying to scare the people away by telling them all of our rules? Don't smoke. You can't check out early. You better not bring pets or I'm going to ding you $300. Let's not scare the people away. Let's help entice them. Let's help assist them in that buying journey, okay? That's the whole purpose of our websites, right? So I want to make sure that you guys are doing those things, and I want you to be thinking about those things and examining your website, okay? Now, the second option here in the middle, I couldn't find this navigation on the website until I scrolled all the way to the bottom of the page, okay? The navigation is the map of the website. It needs to be as close to the top of the website as possible. Again, we all read top to bottom and left to right, so let's not bury our navigation at the bottom of our website. That's a no-no. If we count up how many different sections, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They have 10. This is a smorgasbord. This gives me anxiety. When my wife sends me to the grocery store and she asks me to pick up, I don't know, cheese or peanut butter or jelly, and I'm presented with a gazillion options, I start to get antsy and I start to lose focus, okay? This is the same thing that happens to all consumers. Let's not overwhelm them with options. Let's consolidate. Do we really need terms and conditions in the middle of this navigation? We're saying it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're saying it's the 5th most important thing at our property. You know what this tells me? This tells me that this particular innkeeper or this particular manager has been burned before, and they want to put their rules front and center. Same with this guy up here. That's not the way we want to go about it. Don't let those random, rare scenarios where we've been burned jade us to the point that we're going to interrupt the journey or the buying cycle for everyone else that visits our website by throwing our "don't you dare do these things" in their face front and center, okay? The other thing, again, that you guys notice is we're leading with the home button. We've already beat that drum home that that's a big no-no, okay? Now, this third example that we're looking at, this is vertical, right, up and down, which is fine. That's okay if you prefer that, no big deal. But they're starting with about us, okay? Not everyone that visits your website wants to be led through the buying journey of reading about the 20-year history of your property. Those that do will find it. It's important to them. They will seek it. The majority of people likely do not want to visit that. They want to look at your lodging accommodations. That's why they're searching for you. They didn't go to the search engines and type in the history of X and X property. They're not coming to your website to read about your history, okay? They're coming to your website to look at your lodging product that you have to offer. Let's make that front and center and the focal point, okay? Now, the next thing I want you to pay attention to, the second thing in here is photos. The second thing in their in their navigation is photos. Well, when I expanded or clicked on this pop-out, drop-down, whatever you want to call it, it was all about the rooms. So why in the world are we calling this photos, and then we're leading them to detailed room pages? Yes, I understand there are photos on those detailed room pages, but don't call it photos, and then the next one you're calling it rooms and rates. If I'm coming to your website to book lodging or see your rooms, don't make it a secret of where it is to find those and say photos, and then I got to dig down and relearn how to navigate websites because you're trying to be unique and doing it differently than everyone else. The idea here is to assist them in the buying journey, not hamper that process, okay? The other thing I would point out here, do we really need to have a different section of our website for directions versus contact us? In today's day and age, people are used to contact us being phone numbers, emails, and directions, okay? Let's not get cute. Let's not make it more complicated. Let's not make it more of a smorgasbord of the cheese and the peanut butter at the grocery store. Let's not give people anxiety. Let's give them what they want, the buying cycle, the rooms, right? Okay, next thing I want to talk about with you is room detail pages, room detail pages. So what exactly is that? Well, room detail pages are pages on your website that are dedicated to the information about your rooms. If you're a B&B, you likely have individual or unique rooms. You need to have individual room pages to describe those rooms, how they're themed, the amenities of those rooms, the pricing of those rooms, and the ability to book those rooms to entice the guest, okay? Don't just dump what we call a landing page of all your rooms on there, and it's hard for me to distinguish the difference between and really buy into that experience. For those of you that have unique rooms, let's take advantage of that. Those rooms, some are nicer than others. Some have better amenities than others, which then dictates that we can charge more for those things, and let's help people understand that experience in their buying journey, okay? Now, if you have room types, you're a hotel, room types, you have many of one. I have 10 king bed rooms. I have 20 queen bed rooms. I have 3 king bed rooms with a mountain view. Let's distinguish those different types on the website. Let's have room detail pages for those types. Don't just take me to a landing page and show me this smorgasbord. Let me understand the experience, the amenities, the pricing of each of those different types, and let me read about them and see the pictures about them, okay? Let's make sure that we have those room details pages. In addition, guys, by having individual rooms pages for your unique units or your room types, it helps us create more pages on the website, which, as I'm hoping you guys understand, means there is more opportunity for search engine optimization or SEO. If we just have one landing page of room information, then we only have one page that we get to optimize. If we have unique or individual pages for our individual rooms or our room types, now we have more pages on our websites and more opportunities for optimization, as well as we're creating a better experience within the website for people that are visiting us looking to make a purchase decision, okay? Now, on this particular room detail page, I want you to pay attention to things on here that should be standard when you build this out or when you go edit what you already have. We have a clear call to action near the top of the page. This is the desired action we want the visitor to take. Let's not make them search through the website or scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page to be able to book this unit, right? Let's tell them the name of the room or the room type. Let's give them a nice, appealing write-up. Don't give me one sentence. Engage me, entice me, talk me into purchasing this particular option. Let's talk about our amenities that this option has, because most of the time our amenities differ by room type or individual room. So let's talk about them. This is appealing. This is what people care about. Then let's obviously show them pictures of this particular room or room type, okay? These are all things that we need to do when we build out our rooms detail pages, okay? All right, here's an example of someone that has a room type, okay? It's a 1-bedroom, right? I can still have multiple pictures. I can still have a nice write-up. I can still discuss pricing and still have calls to action. So the previous example is an individual unique room. The second example here is a room type. So don't get lazy if you have room types. You don't just drop the user into a landing page, right? Okay, now I want to go back to a poll question again for you guys. So let me pick this question. Let me launch this out here. So now that you've kind of seen some examples, I'm going to ask you the same question. Is your website still modern? About 70+% of you said yes, it was before you saw my feedback, experience, knowledge, statistics. Now that you've seen it, do you still think that your website is modern? Your website's good. It's great. Not necessarily what your guests say or what you think, but is it performing for you, right? So yes, it is. No, it's not. And I've learned some things, or I'm still not sure. You know, I'm eating lunch here. I'm not really paying attention. Okay, about 20 more seconds for you guys to answer that. Okay, I'm going to close this down, and I'm going to share it with you. So on your screen, you should see. Okay, So we've made some adjustments here as it relates to the results. Now 50% of you, half of you are saying, yep, I'm still good. Well, it was 70+% before, so some people have realized, oh, maybe I'm not as good as I thought I was. So that's good. That's the point of this. Now 50% of you are saying, wow, you know what? I've learned some things here today. I need to make some adjustments. Now, guys, no one's picking on you. No one's picking on you. This is all education. We're all on the same team. We're all in the lodging industry. We all are working with or have small independent properties, okay? We're not big chains. We don't have unlimited resources. We don't have unlimited budgets. It's all about learning and education. No one is faulting you. Do not be offended here today or in the future. You wear a lot of hats. It's okay. Let us help, right? Let people help. Okay. I'm going to shut this down, then we're going to move on here. Now, the second half here, I'm about halfway through. The second half here, I want to pay attention to the booking engine experience, right? Having a gorgeous, user-friendly website is what we talked about so far in some examples, right? But now we need to make sure that the actual booking experience is user-friendly, is easy, is visually appealing, okay? This portion of the journey and what's stopping your guests from booking is equally or more important in that journey, right? You could have the best dang website in the world, but if you have a crappy booking engine or a bad experience, they're not going to book, okay? We know statistics say that more than 60% of everyone that books lodging does so online. They don't want to call you, or I should say, the 60% that want to book online don't want to call you. The other 40% do. But let's make sure that it's easy. Let's make sure that when they have their credit card out and they're ready to go, that we don't throw any red flags or additional hurdles in their way that's going to stop them from booking online. Okay, so let's go through this experience. And I want you guys to be critical about your booking engine. I want you to go back to your vendors. I want you to say, damn it, we're not doing good enough. We're impacting our business negatively. Let's make some changes, okay? You have to push your vendors to get these actions taken care of, okay? Okay, first thing, a custom theme. Why is custom themed booking engine important? Because it allows the visitor to seamlessly transition from their research mode on your website to purchase mode in the booking engine. So any red flags that arise during that buying cycle transition or anything that's going to disrupt that purchase cycle from them moving forward is a no-no, right? So a custom theme is very important. Now I'm going to show you some examples because every single booking engine vendor I've ever come across in my last 8 years here claims they have a custom theme. Let me show you what exactly that means, okay? This here is a custom theme. This is the header of their website. You see the colors, tans, reds, blacks, okay? This is the booking engine down below. This is a custom theme. It has blacks, it has tans, it has reds. The calendars have blacks and tans and reds. The arrivals, departures, all my selection items have blacks and tans and reds. This is a custom theme. The booking engine here has the same custom theme as the website, okay? This is what it needs to look like. Now, let me show you various booking engines that don't meet the same standards. On this particular example, this is not a custom theme. The website is blue and white and orange, okay? This is the website. This is the header of the website. This is the theme we need to emulate. This down here is the booking engine, okay? Well, I've got browns. There's no brown in this theme. I've got neon greens. There's no neon greens in this theme. I've got tans. I've got reds. I've got blacks. None of those things match the theme of this website. So as a buyer, a consumer who has their credit card out and they're ready to roll, these are the things that are subconsciously saying, whoa, am I on the same website? Is someone interrupting my experience? Have I been farmed off somewhere else? Who am I really booking with? Am I booking what I thought I was? These are the things that are coming up subconsciously or consciously to your users as they're going through that buying cycle. Their credit card is out. Let's not throw red flags in their face. Not a custom booking theme. No, no. Go to your vendors. Tell them. Okay? This example here is not even in the ballpark of a custom theme. They took this background, which was the colors of the website, teal, I think. I don't know. I'm a man. I only know reds, greens, yellows, blues, oranges. But they took this teal and they just slapped it up and they said, hey, you're still on the same website. You're still getting the same experience, but here's the actual booking engine itself. It's got oranges, it's got whites, it's got blue, light blues, dark blues. Come on, we're not even trying. This vendor is basically saying, I don't care. I don't care about your theme. I don't care about the buying guest journey. I don't care. I've got your teal back here. You should be happy. No, it's not good enough, damn it. Go push your vendors. Make them be better. Let's make sure that your vendors and their solutions are not costing you business. It's hard enough to get business all the time, okay? Let's not take that for granted. Let's make sure that every step through that buying cycle, website and booking engine is flawless, okay? Be critical in this. We see anything from 5 to 30% conversion rates getting lowered because of things like this. Let's pay attention to it. Let's push our vendors. Okay, this one here, I blocked out the logo of this website, but in essence, this booking engine vendor has said, hey, our booking engine is blue and white. I don't care if your website's green, pink, yellow, tan, brown, red. It doesn't matter what your website is. Our booking engine is blue and white. Deal with it. Well, if I'm on a tan, brown website or yellow or red or anything I mentioned, and I jump into a booking engine that's blue and white, what do you think that's going to say to me, both consciously and subconsciously? Whoa, red flag. Am I on the same website? Who is this? Is this a secure page? Is someone interrupting my experience? Where am I booking? Right? Let's make sure that this is a seamless transition. You may not think it's important. I promise you it is. Go push your vendors. Let's make them go the extra mile. Okay? All right. Now, next thing I want to talk about as it relates to your booking engine experience and your website user and what's preventing them from booking is a quick booking widget. So what is it? A quick booking widget is something that needs to be placed on every single page of your website that allows the visitor to immediately get into your booking engine because they have decided that they're ready to make a purchase decision. Every visitor is different. Some like to jump right into your rooms. Some want to see pictures first. Some want to see your pricing. They're price conscious. Some want to learn about the history of your property. Some want to know what there is to do in your area because they don't spend 24/7 locked up in their room, okay? So, therefore, who are we to tell them when and how they should be getting into that booking engine? We're not. We're supposed to make it as easy as humanly possible. You're ready to buy? Okay, not a problem. Let's get into the booking engine, okay? So let me show you an example of a quick booking widget. This right here is a quick booking widget. This needs to be on every single page of your website because whether they want to start with the history, the pictures, the descriptions, the area, things to do, activities, we're not supposed to tell them when they're ready to make a buying decision. We're supposed to make it as easy as possible for them. This is a booking engine quick widget. You need to call your booking engine vendor and make sure they have one. If they don't, push them, challenge them, okay? This needs to be on every single page of your website because when they're ready to make a purchase decision, we want to make it as easily as possible for them. Here's another example. I'm on the About Us or Our In page. Here's that quick booking widget, front and center, right? If they want to read about your history, your property, everything, fall in love with you, and they're ready to buy, let's give them that option. So every single page of the website, right? Every visitor is unique, regardless of the page that they're on. Let's give them that example. Okay, moving on. Individual unit calendars. This is the thing that I tend to see most, primarily in The bed and breakfast industry or boutique hotels, those of you that offer unique rooms, right, the John Wayne, the Marilyn Monroe, I do not see individual unit calendars. This impacts your conversion rates drastically. When I looked last at statistics, more than 15% of people are walking away because we're not giving them what it is that they want in that buying cycle, okay? So let's go through and look at what exactly is an individual unit calendar. I am giving an example here of a rooms detail page. We talked about that earlier. Thank you, website, for having a rooms detail page. I am looking at the master suite. I have navigated the website. I have looked through my options of unique rooms, and I've decided that the master suite is the room for me. I'm ready to buy. Okay? What most of you are doing is you have a book now button, and you dump them into the booking engine where they have to enter their date, and now they're presented with all of your unique rooms, not the one that they want. They've already navigated your website. They've already looked at your room product options. They've decided that the master suite is the one that they want. Do not dump them into the standard booking engine and make them then navigate through your 5, 10, 15, 20 rooms just to find the master suite. And oh damn, the dates I entered, the master suite doesn't show up, so now I got to play the guessing game. I got to exit the booking engine. I got to enter new dates to see if the master suite shows up. Guys, do not create hurdles for these people. These people are ready to buy. Let's make it as easy as humanly possible, okay? This is an individual unit calendar. This calendar is showing availability and pricing for the master suite, which I as a user have deemed that I am ready to buy. This is the one I want. It's the winner. Let's give them the dates that this is available and the price, and let's allow them to book just this unit. We don't need to show them your 12 options. I'm ready to buy the Jiffy peanut butter. I'm ready to buy the pepper jack cheese. Don't now introduce all my options again. I've already seen all the options, okay? Let's take advantage of these individual unit calendars. If our booking engine vendors do not offer these, shame on them. It's because they're lazy, in my opinion, and they're not giving you the ability to capture the guests that are finding you on the search engines, navigating your website, going through the experience, ready to make a purchase decision. Don't let your vendors hamper your ability to convert lookers into bookers and make some money, okay? This is important, very important for those of you that have unique individual rooms. Again, John Wayne, Marilyn Monroe, they're unique, they have special amenities. So we've talked about having the specific room details page. Now, we need to make sure that our booking engine, or as equally important part of that buying cycle, is easy and relevant for them to use. Okay, moving on. Packages, right? Add-on packages. I know what room I want. Now, we should entice them with a package to go along with that. So why are packages important for those of you that are either not using them, or maybe you've dabbled, or you're on the fence of offering them, okay? Well, here's why packages are important, guys. People are coming to your property for an experience. Offering packages can help enhance that experience, okay? So here's what you should be thinking about before offering packages, or the adjustments you need to make for the packages you are offering to make sure that people actually purchase them. What demographic visits your property the most? Is it couples? Is it families? Is it singles? Is it business travelers? What are they doing there at the property, either on site or in your area? What is driving them? What is enticing them? If it's couples that are visiting your property, it's likely that they want some romance, right? They want to be alone. So we should be offering things like romance packages, flowers, chocolates, roses, massages, petties, wine. If you don't offer spa services, that doesn't mean that you can't offer that package. It doesn't mean that you can't take the extra time to call a local vendor that does offer that and get some discounts for your guests to entice them and enhance their stay. make it memorable, make them want to turn into a repeat guest over and over. If it's families, let's offer them packages or items that complement the attractions or the activities that are nearby that they come to stay in your area for. Hiking, bike tours, shows, museums, dining. Okay, be thinking about your demographic and whatever it is that they do there, and let's offer them some packages to enhance that experience. Let's capitalize on that. Now, this part's important, okay? I want you to pay attention. If you don't pay attention to anything else, pay attention to this, please. If you're like the many innkeepers or general managers that I've spoken to in the last 8 years, you're probably thinking, it's a lot of extra work, a lot of extra coordinating, ordering. I'm already wearing multiple hats as it is. Ain't nobody got time for the additional work related to packages. I couldn't agree more with you. So instead of scrapping the idea altogether, I want you to find out what packages your guests would buy, and I want you to order them in bulk. And I want you to buy things that don't expire, okay? What are some examples? How about that hiking package? Bottled water, sunscreen, sunglasses, Band-Aids for their blisters. Those are things that we can buy in bulk, we can keep in stock. They don't expire, okay? Flowers expire, chocolates expire. If you don't want to offer those things, that's okay, but that doesn't mean that we scrap the idea altogether. It means that we get more creative, we find out what people do, and we appeal to the demographic visiting, and let's take advantage of it, right? Packages are a great way to increase your total order value, your transactional value, without raising your price. A lot of you are scared to raise your prices, or you're not doing it frequently enough with yield management. Packages are a great way to get additional revenue while enhancing the experience. It's a win-win. Now, I want to look at some do's and don'ts as it relates to packages on the booking engine, okay? Do have a nice picture associated with the package. That's a big plus, okay? People are more likely to purchase a package that you want to charge them for when they have a picture that helps them understand what it is that they're going to get. Have nice pictures with packages. Don't have cartoony pictures or no pictures at all, okay? This doesn't cut it. We're asking someone to pay $250 and we can't even give them a real picture. Not good enough. Would you buy it? I wouldn't. Romance package. Okay, a bubbly, a fruit, and dark chocolate. That's a good enough description. I understand what I'm getting. Let's give them let's give them a picture. People are visual in today's day and age. Their attention spans suck. Let's give them visuals. It appeals to the majority of people. Okay, do have a nice description of the package. Entice me, sell me, engage me. Okay, if you're asking me to add a package, let's try and sell it to them, right? Let's not be lazy about this, okay? It's a part of the experience. We write this up one time, guys. It takes us 5 minutes, okay? Let's not skimp on this portion of the description of the package. Okay, don't ask me to pay $118 for a dinner for two and tell me it has a candlelit 7-course dinner, but give me no ideas of what's a part of those 7 courses. Entice me, sell me. I will buy this. I'm coming for the experience. I'm bringing my significant other. I will pay for this. They will love it. We will love it. But I'm not going to buy it unless you tell me or show me with pictures and words what it is that I'm getting, okay? Entice them. Don't take the lazy, cheap route, okay? All right. I'm at about an hour. I'm almost done, I promise. Next thing, mobile friendly, okay? Mobile friendly is not just a responsive website or a mobile website so that they have a phenomenal experience regardless of their device that they're on as it relates to navigating or using the website. The website's only half the battle. The other half the battle is the booking engine. Let's make sure we have a mobile-friendly booking engine or a responsive booking engine. Don't give me a great experience on your website on my mobile phone, and then when I get to the booking engine, I'm ready to buy and my credit card's out, and then I have to zoom and pinch and scroll around that booking engine process because I'm going to get pissed off and I'm going to leave your website. Bye-bye, aborted the process. Let's not make that mistake. This screenshot here, this is a mobile-friendly booking engine. It fills up my mobile screen. These buttons are easy to click on, no zooming, pinching, scrolling. I have fat thumbs. I can easily click on these buttons. It's made for a mobile device. This is very important. Now, according to Statistic Brain in their research, says that 65% of same-day reservations are made from a smartphone. So for those of you that take same-day reservations, 6.5 out of 10 people are booking on a mobile device. Let's make sure that we have a great mobile experience, not only on our website, but also our booking engine, okay? Now, some statistics as it relates to RezStream clients. Our clients are seeing 30 to 40% on average of all of their traffic coming from these mobile devices. Those same properties are seeing anywhere from 5 to 25% of those people booking online via their mobile device. Okay? So simply put, if your website isn't mobile friendly, your website that is, you're already 5 years late to the game. If your booking engine isn't mobile friendly, you're about 2 years late to the game. You're providing your visitors with a bad experience, and these are the things that are leading to them not booking online. But that's okay. Better late than never, right? Better late than never. Just because you're 5 or 2 years late to the game doesn't mean that we can't make these changes now. Okay, so let's get these things addressed. Let's take advantage of them, right? For those of you that are thinking, oh, our annual occupancy is good enough, our ADR is good enough, we're getting our bookings. Good for you, but what are we missing out on? We're missing out on about 40% of that traffic coming on mobile. We're missing out up to about 25% of those people that want to book on mobile. We're missing out on 65% of those people that are making same-day reservations on mobile. Let's not shoot ourselves in the foot, guys. You all work too hard. You wear too many hats. You got too many responsibilities, too much anxiety. You can't sleep at night. You're working 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Some of you haven't had vacations in years. Let's start taking advantage of the tools that are there for us to engage our visitors to take the desired action that we want them to, book lodging, right? Okay. Last slide here. Now, before you go, I'm going to see if there's some questions here that I can answer for you, but in recapping here, right, visually appealing websites. If you're not sure if your website is visually appealing, call me. The second thing here is let's have a good navigation, okay? Let's take advantage of those tips that we talked about to make sure that that buying journey is easier. Not sure if your navigation is good enough, call me. Let's build out rooms detail pages, right? We went over some examples. If you need further help, advice, please call. Let's review every step of our booking engine as if we're a guest. Let's investigate it. Let's make sure we have a good theme. Let's make sure we have individual unit calendars, quick booking widgets, mobile-friendly things. If you need some help, call, okay? When I say call me, that doesn't mean I'm going to give you the used car salesman stuff. That's not what I do. I'm here to help. I'm here to help share experience. If you're interested in RezStream and what we do, great. I'll pass you on to a customer success consultant so they can learn more about your business, your goals. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to help and educate. I'm not a used car salesman, okay? Lean on me. Now, before you go, write down this blog, please. We give 100% education 100% of the time. We're not pitching propaganda and asking you to buy and all that crap. We tried that. It doesn't work. People want to be educated, right? That's what we're trying to do. Education all the time. Now, let me check, see if we got some questions here. Let me see if I can use this thing. Okay, bear with me here. Technical difficulties. Let's see. It said, here's a question, would one page per package work better than all the packages on one page? Not necessarily. Not necessarily, no. I would advise against that. Now, that may sound a little contradictory because I said, don't just drop me into a room's landing page, have me individual unique. That's the main thing that we're selling there. As it comes to packages, we don't need to have one package per page per se. As it relates to our booking engine, all the packages would be on one page. Boom, 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 buy, buy, buy. As it relates to your website, I could go either way on this depending upon your package offering. If you have 2 different packages that you're going to offer, we don't need individual pages for that. If you focus on packages or inclusive packages and that's really your stick to your property and what people are buying, it's okay to have individual pages there because then we can also optimize those pages. So it really depends on what it is that you're offering. Let's see, what else do we got here? This next question here says, would you have a launch page with the links to the rooms, or would you have a link on the home page with links to each page? You can go a couple different ways. Typically what we see works best for the user's experience is you have a button in your navigation called accommodations or rooms, and then within that you have a drop down. And within that drop-down, you have an overview page of all your room accommodations, as well as within that drop-down, you have links to the individual rooms pages. The reason for that is our repeat guests typically know what rooms they want. Let's make sure it's easy and convenient for them to get to their favorite room and book it. For those people that are first-time visitors to our website, let's have an overview landing page where we show them all of our accommodation options in kind of a quick recap, and then let's let them dive into the individual room pages where we're giving them the individual unit calendars, the room descriptions, that specific room's pictures, and amenities, okay? So I would do both is the answer to that question. This next one says, where can I find the photos of the quick booking widget again? I'll post this on our website here so you can revisit it, as well as typically if you navigate to our website and look at some of our examples, you're always going to see the quick booking widgets. Now, I'm not trying to pitch you my stuff, okay? I want you to use your existing vendors, okay? Push them to get better, but you can see examples on our website for those quick booking widgets. Good questions. Okay. There's a couple more here, but I'm at about an hour and 10 minutes. I don't want to keep you guys any longer. If I haven't covered it, I'll either follow up with you directly or please feel free to reach out to me for some advice and consultation. Thank you so much for attending. I hope you have some good takeaways that you can have practical examples and be aggressive with your vendors, guys. Not crazy aggressive. Nobody likes those people. But hey, these things can help make us more money. This will not only benefit me as your customer, but all of your clients. Let's get these things in place. So please take advantage of these things, and if you have questions, reach out. That's what we're here for. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.